here, 3v3 faction war. This is Greysuck, Undercity, and Tyranids versus Imperial Guard. For the Tyranid team, we have Aguxyz, who's in a tunnel right now, playing a Ravener Alpha. Good mobility and offense, a little bit of support too. Begins in range combat, but can get to melee weapons. Can also build those tunnels, of course. Alongside Freeman as a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, can infiltrate and disrupt. Some awesome offense and a bit of support too. And rounding off the Tyranid team, Ace of Swords as a Hive Tyrant, very durable commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. And good offense, disruption, and support. Begins in melee combat and has a basic synapse. For the Imperial Guard team, Pibb is a Lord Commissar, fights in melee combat with strong offense and support, and begins with a refractive field. This is the Death Core of Krieg DLC from Relic, which kind of blends in on this map. Alongside, Best Noob is a Lord General, fights range combat, begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers to help him out. Really strong defense and support capabilities, can also add to this retinue throughout the game for more abilities and stuff. And it's Adila rounding off the teams, playing an Inquisitor, offensive commander. Awesome stuns and snares and control abilities with some decent offense and support too. Couple of guards on alongside her there. At the bottom of the map, is it worth it for Adila to rush tier 2 and get that Bane Wolf going? Could do some real damage to the gens with it. Raven Alpha being really annoying and decapping that natural wreck point. Now the Commissar needs to retake it. Sentinel getting the ground pound, and that is what Imperial Guard need here, I think. A lot of Sentinels. If they could get 2 Sentinels each and use them really well, it would be a recipe for a win, I think. But that's much easier said than done. Sentinels not the easiest things to use. To position them carefully, repair them when you need to, that kind of stuff. Triple termagants for both of the Tyranid players, obviously expecting multiple Sentinels, I think. Maybe backed up by Raveners, and the Hive Tyrant could get his Venom Cannon, and of course the Ravener Alpha has some really strong ranged options. Sentinel running away and shooting stuff as it goes. You have some Flamer Guardsmen here who do some real work, but they are now retreating the hell away because Hormagaunts are jumping all over him. Commissar is capping meanwhile. This is Best Noob's Sentinel. Pibbs is also there though, getting repairs now. Hormagaunt chasing it down, going to get stomped. Ouch, I think it's about 30 damage it does with a knockback and a stun. Really cool ability. Oh, that stomp missed though. Lictor Alpha doing a special attack, taking out the Lord General's entire retinue. He's going to lose the Lord General here. Very strange, although he's quite far back. Should be pretty easy to revive for a big boost of XP. Ace of Swords has pushed through on the bottom here against Adila, capping stuff up, grabbing this power node, and is now decapping the VP. The Inquisitor gonna want to get the Holy Brazier, I would think, or Holy Pyre, and some pretty nice power melee damage too. Lictor Alpha, oh, I was gonna say, how did he debuff the Commissar there? It was pheromones, which, as you can see, reduces the damage of enemy units as well as allows you to reinforce. It's a really amazing accessory for the Lictor Alpha. He's going after this turret, which couldn't see him, so couldn't fire on him, but can see these termagants pretty well, and they could do some real damage if he got a bunch of them up here maybe. Termagants of Aguxyz, 3 of them, bashing gens here. Gonna need to defend. Not sure where Best Noob's army is right now. It's right there. He's also got a heavy weapon squad on the way. Adila retaking his VP and sending a heavy weapon squad towards the middle. Raven Alpha's split off and is moseying up to the wreck point. Nope, he is forced to retreat now. 480 to 443. 2-to-1 cap for the Imperial Guard players. These guys being shot to pieces and they weren't capping there. Not sure what they were up to. There is the Holy Pyre from the Holy Brazier, doing some damage over time and debuffing enemies in its vicinity. Lasts for ages as well. Pretty awesome ability. Ace of Swords though, keeping the pressure up with that Hive Tyrant, and is going to decap, sending the triple termagants through to try and bash. And this power is pretty damn natural, so being able to bash it is a big deal, especially in tier 1. Adila was distracted in the middle. That's a lot of dead termagants. These guys are actually inside the tunnel. Just a replay bug where they still appear to be outside it. 458 to 443. Lord General capping this contested power point all the way in the northeast corner there. The Tyranid power is looking pretty damn safe so far. Unable to push through, even to get close to them with some Flamer Guardsmen. Triple Termagants really paying off so far. It's a lot of shooty power early on. And there's that Holy Brazier that are bunched up right in it. And they might start dropping models, and they do start dropping models. If they stayed in there a second or two longer, he might have lost 2 squads there. Might lose this squad. Or this brood, I should say. Looks like they might get away. Sentinel trying to chase them down. There's another Sentinel also from Pibb trying to help finish them off, and they do finish them off. That brood down for Ace of Swords, but it goes tier 2. Aguxyz already in tier 2 with a Zoanthrope on the way. Now they need to be ready quickly for the Imperial Guard's inevitable vehicles that are going to come out on the field in tier 2. I expect at least 1 Chimera and maybe that Bane Wolf from Adila too. Cormagant's getting shot to pieces there. Zoanthropes, of course, no longer snare vehicles, but they still do a big chunk of damage with their Focus Warp Blast, and you can back them up with some Venom Brood for good DPS. That was a smoke shell. Yes, it was, for the artillery spotters. Brood nest up there, sneakily placed behind the shot blocking wall. Lots of pressure again on the power. They're going to get a generator here. There it is. Pheromones allowing all of this stuff to reinforce. Does work on allies, right? Yes, it does. Pretty sure. Mines dropped there. That could be useful. That's from the Lord Commissar's global bar. And they're all reinforcing off the brood nest anyway. Zoanthrope on the way now for Ace. I expect double Zoanthropes from him at the bottom maybe. Although he might go Zoanthrope and then wait and then get a Venom Brood if he needs it. Don't think Adila has the red to get a Bane Wolf right now. Zoanthrope getting shots on the heavy weapons squad. So we might see assault kit stormtroopers to try and outshoot those guys. Keep them spread out so they're not both taking the Zoanthrope shots, and he'll do a lot of damage, I think. 457 to 375. How's the Inquisitor doing on level? She's level 2, so she has killed some stuff with that Holy Brazier. Or he's helped to. And Heavy Weapon Squad will shut down the Termagants, but the Hive Tyrant is going to run around and get some hits on. And these guys are not moving right here. Slow to react to the Hive Tyrant, and these guys are going to need to back off. But there is a bunker right there, and that's a medical bunker, so everything can reinforce off it. Hammer of the Witch is going down. The first time I've seen it used, I'm sure he's used it before that. Still can't get out. Can't get away from the middle here. The Imperial Guard players at the top just pinned back to their power. Here's a Chimera though from Best Noob. Pibb still doesn't have anything out in tier 2. And had a very light tier 1 too. Not sure what his plan is. Maybe he needed, I think he needed something else out in tier 1 to contest a bit better early on. So tempting for Imperial Guard to rush to tier 2 though, for that quick Chimera and stormtroopers and stuff. Sentinels now pumping out those missiles, and that could be really nasty if they both get the missile launcher upgrade and can land at the same time on a big blob of stuff. Look at this. Adila's pushed through against Ace of Swords VP now. Nicely done. And he's capped up these 2 points here. Fully matured rec point and a power point there without a node. Level 2 Inquisitor finding some heavy cover. No, it looks like she wants to get into melee combat. There's that Holy Pyre just to keep that everything away, and Sentinel can decap. What are you going for, Hive Tyrant? Oh, you're going for the Venom Cannon. I hear lots of explosions. I think that was a creeping barrage maybe from Best Noob. And Imperial Guard have pushed through, and they've got the contested VP wrapped up, I think. Pibb, I believe, just repurchased his Lord Commissar when he could have been revived, which is why he said that in chat. A Weber squad taking some shots, trying to suppress these Termagants, and not doing so far. Wow, they didn't get suppressed at all. Guess the cover there was helping them out. Nice stomp from the Sentinel, a vital stomp, I think. Those guys might have chomped those Heavy Weapon Squad models down. Nice little bit of pressure though from Adila kept these resource points, pumping the resources in, and decapped the VP. And now the top is looking a lot better for Imperial Guard too. They have Flamer Guardsmen fully kitted out with both squad leaders, a Chimera to support everything. Could do with a bunker up there maybe. Oh, look at this. Aguxyz chomping on power with adrenal gland hormigons. That's pretty damn good. I think he got all three. He might get all 3 gens here. That would be amazing. No, in fact he's going to lose the squad. Oh well, they did have adrenal glands as well. Bunker goes down. Up goes a brood nest, but the improvised explosives are still there from the bunker. He does have double Zoanthropes here, Ace of Swords, and the Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant. Brood nest taken out by the improvised explosives. Might have wanted to wait for things to get a little bit closer there. 392 to 309. Blue team coming back against the top. Capillary Tower going up. We have a Sniper Rifle Lord General here. Wow. Big chunks of hit points coming off the Chimera from those Zoanthrope shots. And here's a Tyrant Guard from Freeman to really mix it up at the top. They've got a lot of threats to deal with here, the Imperial Guard players. Pibb going for a Manticore. That's what he spent his resources on. Does have the Storm Eagle upgrade, so he's going to do more damage and I think have a longer cooldown on shots. Lord Commissar's now level 3 with the Flak Jacket. Inspire Terror could be awesome if he can get close to the Zoanthropes. And down goes a Tyrant Guard, and Aguxyz is down to a single Termagant Brood and double Zoanthropes now. He's in tier 3 though, and there's a tier 3 Lictor on the way, but Imperial Guard doing pretty good at the top. But they're starting to hit tier 3 now, the Tyranids, which means March of the Carnifex is coming up, I think. Imperial Guard might need to get rid of las cannons and stuff. And Ace of Swords is camped outside. The VP of Adila pretty much is decapped. This Sentinel badly needs repairs and doesn't have the missile launcher yet. He's going to Manticore of his own though, Adila, and has some Stormtroopers with assault kit. Try and keep them infiltrated so that the Zoanthrope can't get the first shot on them. Look at the Zoanthropes just tearing apart the Guardsmen from range, but they're all reinforcing 3 at a time. They're not too bothered. Venom Cannon, Venom Brood I should say, going after power now. Tyranids have done a good job mixing it up, going middle and top and keeping the Imperial Guard players guessing. There's a Manticore strike, first one I've seen, and does a really good job. Killed a bunch of Termagants, might take out a Brood. This one's very low. Can he finish it off? 4 hit points and he do not spot it. Big mistake maybe. Stomp does hit the Lictor Alpha. I thought that was going to be too far away. We have some Plasma Gun Guardsmen being buffed by fire on my target. Meanwhile, bottom, the Hive Tyrant still putting pressure on. Still has the VP uncapped. 384. 261, another Brood Nest as well. And it's double Stormtroopers with assault kits for Adila. That could be awesome. Look at the damage on those Hormigons. Holy crap. And that's a sail as well he has. He has some Excruciators. Seems a bit of a strange one to go for Excruciators here against this very ranged army of Ace. Oh, takes down the Hive Tyrant though with a little help from Hammer of the Witches, but look at the bits of Guardsmen and Stormtroopers fly as these Zoanthropes get their shot in. And as you can see, Ace doing a good job keeping them really split up there. It's always bad or more difficult to try and fight in 2 directions. Pibb bringing his Lord Commissar all the way down here. He's level 4, done well. Can shoot down the Brood Nest, will give some XP and some red. There we go, 15 red, not bad at all. It's like killing a tactical marine almost. Tons of requisition for pretty much all the players apart from Adila here. He's got quite a large infantry army down there and he's having to reinforce them a lot because of those Zoanthropes getting those big bursts of damage. And Carnifex on the way for Freeman. Tier 3 for Pibb, tier 3 for Best Noob. Pibb might save up for a Baneblade here. Here's a ton of requisition, as I said, just needs 80 power or so, which is not a small amount, but he could get it. Is it worth it though? It might be better to just go double Lehman Russes, supported by bunkers and stuff. Seems pretty efficient way of doing it. It's always so tempting though to get that Baneblade on the field. Venom Brood in retreat. 377 to 261. That's the tier 3 Lictor with its heavy melee claws. Infiltrated now. Good target for Inspire Terror as well. Ouch. Down went the Chimera really quickly, but a Leman Russ is dropped in. Now he could get the Vanquisher Cannon here to be ready for the Carnifexes and stuff. Or the Executioner would be really good at thinning out the hordes as well. Adila's pushed through. Got his VP back and is having a look at aces. Cautiously approaching those double zone throats with infiltrated stormtroopers. The Inquisitor leading line trying to draw fire here. And there goes the Holy Fire. No, it's a sail on the zone throats, and I guess that's why he got it. To pin them down so he can then do that with the stormtroopers. Almost took out that one. I think one more burst and that zone throat would have gone down. Good pressure at the top from the Imperial Guard. Haven't been able to get at the power here though, I don't think, ever. Which has allowed the Tyranids to get tier 3 in good time and get their Carnifexes going. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex right now from Freeman. Massive chunks of anti-everything damage off that Venom Cannon with some splash damage too. So if it hits some infantry, it's going to hit a bunch of models. Leman Russ needs a little bit of repairs. He's gone for Executioner. Uh-oh, wow. Took tons of damage just from the zone throat and a few shots from the Carnifex there. Needs to get that Leman Russ back because he knows they're coming. Needs to move it back. Swarmlord on the field for Aguxyz. Big deal in a faction war setting. You're supporting all of the Tyranids on the nearby with this Swarmlord here. That was cool. What was that? Was that? It was Emperor's Wrath. Tons of dead stuff there. Leman Russ under pressure, being chased by the Swarmlord. Gonna go over this bump, but might be chased down because that thing is fast. And it's getting rear armor hits. This is dicey. And there's Venom Cannon, Carnifex, and Venom Brood getting shots. Yeah, I don't think that Leman Russ is going to make it here. Massive blow for the Imperial Guard when they lose this, assuming they do. One more hit would do it, I think. Yeah, 49 hit points. No, it lives. One hit point left. Down it goes. 316 to 258. There's that Holy Pyre. It's been a real cool battle here between Adila and Ace. But now there's a Barb Strangler Carnifex, and that's really bad news for Adila's army. He has gone tier 3. But that's a pretty tough army to fight now for Adila. That Barb Strangler Carnifex pretty much shuts down everything he's got. Red team are going to do what now? Look at the map, suddenly so blue. Tyranids have swept across it in tier 3 with their monstrous creatures. The Imperial Guard just weren't ready for them. We have an auto cannon from Best Noob. No las cannons that I can see though. Baneblade is on the way for Pibb. It's 3/4 of the way done. I don't know it's going to be enough to turn the tide. If Best Noob kept his Leman Russ, maybe it would have been enough. Oh, Zone Throat's going to go down. There it goes. Nicely done. His Cruciate is helping out there, I think. And it was shot down. And this Carnifex might go down too. Sentinel needs to get close to make sure he can get all of the shots off whenever they're ready. No, it's going around the shot blocker. There we go. Oh, and runs straight across the eyesight of an autocannon briefly. One more missile might do it. Sentinel needs to chase it down. Meanwhile, Ace of Swords still trying to camp this VP, but has been forced off and they should be able to retake it. Carnifex lives. Holy crap, it lives. 55 hit points. Imperial Guard push the Tyranids back for now, but they're still at the top. With triple gens up on this contested power and a double cap, it's looking pretty bad. Looks like the Tyranids are going to take this, but it's not over yet. Baneblade is on the field and Ogren's on the way for Best Noob. More Carnifexes though, 2 from Freeman, second one on the way for Ace, and Aguxyz has one on the way too. And not to mention that Swarmlord is still stomping around. Carnifex between the two bases. There's another Carnifex from Aguxyz, and they haven't been ready to meet them. Oberyn's will help stop them firing their ranged weapons and do some damage, but here comes a tier 3 Lictor on the Manticore, which is going to take it down. This thing has heavy melee. Uh-oh. Pathing troubles. Can it attack? Maybe. Yes, 1. This is amazing. Down it goes. Pretty good map for Tyranids, actually, I think. There's that Barb Strangler, which is so scary. Pibb has come to the bottom for the Baneblade. With the Baneblade, I should say. And we'll see what he can do with it. There's a Thornback Carnifex, Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant, and a Barb Strangler Carnifex getting shots on it. There are guards on here to support. Lord Commissar eats a flesh hook and runs away. 316 to 66. Is that Spawn Mines? No. It's Endless, what is it called? Without Number. There we go. Dropping in some upgraded Hormagaunts and Termagants, which is pretty cool. Stomp for the Rippers there. Thornback Carnifex is chasing the Baneblade. And a double cap for Tyranids will probably see them through. Looks like there's something going on at the top though. Down goes some Venom Brood. Ogrin's doing some work immediately here. Almost have half of their XP bar. And I think they're going to take this back. So unless they lose their natural, they'll be in this for now. But look what's coming on their natural now. 3 Carnifexes and the Swarm Lord. That's what. 1 Carnifex backing away. The Hive Tyrant will march up also. So they really want to kill this Baneblade, and they're going to do so. I think the Baneblade was unable to fit through this little gap here because it won't break those walls, and it's had to go this way. And it's going to go down. Judgment is up on the Carnifex, and down goes a Baneblade. Judgment from the Inquisitor there. Also has a Liber Heresius. He's level 3. Has a heavy weapon squad up. We do have a couple of las cannons for Pibb. Not sure where they are though. They're both back at base. Trying to formation. Nasty. Ouch. Still have the 2-to-1 Imperial Guard. But I think it's only a matter of time before the Tyranids either take their natural as they are now, or take back the contested at the top. They are going pretty much full middle here. Aguxyz has stuff here. Although there's a little smattering of units at the top. There's a Zone Thrower, Ravener Alpha and stuff. But it looks like that's pretty locked down. So it's going to be capping the 2 naturals for the Tyranids here. Swarmlord getting right into base. Las Cannon getting shots. I don't think they'll take it down though. There's the 2-to-1 for the Tyranids. And they are going to see out this faction war and remain champions. How did the Stormtroopers do that? They never leveled. Good idea. Had the right idea to get that assail on the Zone Throat and shoot them down with Stormtroopers. Maybe not the most cost efficient way to do it. But if he got them both down. In fact, they are both down. So it worked in the end, I guess. But by the time he did, there were Carnifexes stomping around. 7 VPs left. Put up a very good fight, the Imperial Guard. But the Tyranids swarmed them. And they couldn't quite get through to put pressure on the power early enough, I don't think. And those Carnifexes just started marching. So there you have it. Tyranids stay as champions. I think I'd like to see them fight Ordo Malleus next, if I can pull that off. Because I don't get to see them very often in a faction war setting. And then Orcs maybe can battle whoever wins that fight. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes if I can find 3 players who want to play Ordo Malleus against Tyranids. So thanks for watching guys, and big thanks to all the players who took part, and I'll see you next time.